Hey, what's up guys, this is Lee on CSGO Station, and before I get into it I just wanted to say thank you for the first great week's launch of the channel. Nearly 600 subs already, so thank you all for your support. I'm trying to bring you informational content about the game, as well as some funny edits here and there as well. Today is a Dust 2 tutorial on smokes, some flashes, and a few Molotovs as well, which are very handy. I'm going to start from the CT side of the smokes, because a lot of people start with T, and I wanted to swap it up a little bit. The first smoke I'm going to show you is how to smoke suicide or top mid from CT spawn. Just come to this green patch on the floor and aim up towards the wall there, just down and to the right from the blue section. Throw like a normal throw, it'll go all the way up and smoke off that section of the map. Straight from the spawn, you can bounce the smoke off of this box while running. It'll let you and as many of your teammates cross that part of the map without the enemy seeing you from their spawn. If you feel like pushing on long but you don't want to be awed by the guy sitting in his spawn, come to this box and look to the top of the sun and in line with this part of the bin. Throw it all the way at the back, it will smoke off that part of the map so you and your teammates can run in if you're rushing for an eco, or maybe if you're just trying to flank. You can come and back yourself into this column just here if the T's are trying to take short. Run forwards, jump and throw. This is a very hard smoke to do, but if you do it right, it will bounce and smoke off short perfectly. This is very good if you're rotating from long on the CT side, or maybe even the T side if you're coming from long and the CTs have made it short and you want to smoke that off too. If you want to smoke off the long rush, come and sit in between this tyre and the box here. You can then aim right at the cross on the wires here. It's just a normal throw. It'll smoke off long doors perfectly. They may want to run through it, but a well-placed molly will destroy them. If you want to retake the B side and you want to smoke off the back, you can wedge yourself in between these two bricks here, up from the scaffolding and in between these two pieces of wire. Just throw, it will bounce off of the wall and land, so no one on the back of the site will be able to sit there anymore. It will force them to move. This can be coupled very well with a couple of mollies and flashes when trying to take the site. Another retake smoke from the same position is to aim just under and just to the left of this section on the lamppost. It's just a normal throw. It'll bounce and smoke off the entire car, and anyone sitting there will have to move. Another retake smoke would be to come up and sit in between this car here, aim right at the bend on the lamppost, walk forward very slightly and throw. This will bounce and smoke off the tunnel, so any T sitting in there will not be able to see anything. Moving on to the T side smokes. If you want to sit on this car just here, aim up from the door and in line with this part of the lamp. You can just do a normal throw. It will go and smoke off the corner, so anyone sitting there trying to watch long doors will not be able to see you. It will let you get out onto long and hopefully do some damage. Now I'm going to show you two ways to smoke off CT. The easy way is to get into the corner of the box, aim out the window and throw a normal smoke. Very, very simple. There is a much more advanced option. This one will take a lot of practice. You can sit in the middle here and aiming at this spot. You look upwards, right in the middle of the sky. You run forwards and throw. This one is not easy. Will take a lot of practice, but will smoke a very deep CT and they will not be able to see anything. If you want to smoke off the guy that is sitting at the back of the B site when you're trying to run onto it, you can do a very good running throw, aim straight at this wall. It will bounce a long way, all the way onto site, and no one will be able to see from their positions, but people will still be able to see from doors, so you may want to mix this with another smoke from your teammates. If you want to smoke off CT doors straight away from your spawn, you can aim right in the middle of them to the height of this roof and just to the right of the wire. Walk forwards and throw, it will bounce all the way down and smoke it off perfectly. A very good smoke to get rid of the CT rotate is to wedge yourself in this corner here and aim up towards the sky. This will take a little bit of practice, but when done appropriately, it will bounce straight back off the box and land there. I will be doing a console commands video soon where you'll be able to see how to come around, fly around the map and learn these smokes and make it a lot easier for yourself. The same as a Molotov, I'll show you later on in the video, is to stand on short here just below the stairs, run forwards and throw the smoke. It's ever so slightly different from the molly and will smoke off the person sitting in the head glitch. One way to smoke off the box so the person in CT cannot see with an orb is to come and line yourself up with the middle of this shadow just here. You then aim just above the top of the roof around where these things are sticking out. This is not an easy smoke, but it is a very helpful one. Throw right towards the top of this spiky bit. It will bounce straight off the wall and then land on the box, and they will not be able to see you from CT. An alternate way to smoke CT is from the very back right hand side of the map. Wedge yourself in between this corner just here, aim at the wall right in the center, jump and throw. Difficult smoke, may not be used in many situations, but it will smoke off CT nicely. Another way to smoke off CT from T long is not a very simple smoke, and you will already have to have long control. Wedge yourself in between this poster here and look up just in the sky there. Click release and throw. It will do the same as earlier where it bounces off the back wall and smokes it off. None of these smokes are easy, but they're all very helpful, so I do recommend that you try and learn them. An easier way, but not as effective way to smoke off CT is to come to this wall, run straight along, throw, bounce off of the wall. A lot of people know this smoke. You'll see people using it all the time. There's also a run, jump in, throw where you can aim just in between these windows up here. It will bounce off perfectly, go all the way down into CT this time. The same as the more advanced smokes earlier. Moving on to some flashes. If you come over from the CT spawn and go all the way up to this lamppost, just walk forwards, throw, bounce off the wall, it'll fly over and flash anyone along. You can blind yourself a little bit, but it can be very effective if they are crushing it very quickly. Rotating from CT to the site, you can run and bounce a flash right off the floor here. It'll jump up, flash everyone on along within range and anyone on the site. If you want to take a cheeky peek on short, you can stand up on this wall all the way up against it, throw and bounce the flash right off of this. It will flash everyone brushing short and you can get a cheeky little peek. On the B site, if you stand in the middle of this car, aim just over the box and throw, it will bounce off the back wall and flash anyone coming through the tunnel. If you're standing towards the back of the site and you bounce it just off of this box, it'll go behind it and flash anyone coming from tunnel, but it will not flash you sitting on the back of the site because it goes the other side of the wall. Another flash similar to this is if you just sit on the top of the box here, throw the flash towards this wall part over here, pull out your gun and get ready for the rush. You can also do a pop flash behind you from this box, just bounce it off the wall, turn around and ready for this rush as well. There's a lot of pop flashes on this map, and that's just because of the long lines of sight and the complexity of this map. You can flash everyone that's sitting on the A site. If you run and bounce a flash right off the edge of the stairs here, it will then make it so you and your team can push up. You probably want to couple this with a smoke or a molly though. A very good retake smoke is if you run and bounce straight off this slanted part on the floor here. You can do it from this angle, but to be honest, it works from a lot of different angles. You can test them yourself. A very similar one, which is also a retake smoke, is just bouncing it off the ramp as you're coming up to B site, just like the one I showed you on A earlier. If you feel like people are rushing from the T side down mid, you can stand in this corner here and bounce this flash right off of that pillar there. It will flash anyone coming out of them doors. You can also do this from the other side in CT. Just stand in this corner and throw it against this pillar here. It will bounce out and flash anyone that's coming out of the doors. A very similar thing can be done on the A site. If you feel like they're pushing long, you can just bounce a flash right off this wall. It will pop just the other side of the corner there. If anyone's coming out that way, they're not going to be able to see anything. If you come into behind the long doors right in the corner of the box here, throw a flash, bounce it off the roof there, it'll flash anyone out on long. I mean, it might flash you too, but it can be very helpful if done correctly and coordinated with a teammate. The final flash I'll show you today, which you can actually do in multiple directions from pit, is to bounce a flash off of a wall. It'll come across just as they're coming out and blind anyone coming out of the long doors. Now I've just got a few mollies to show you guys to finish things off. Very simple one here. The next two are good though. You can just come to this corner, jump and do an underarm throw. It'll land and incend this whole part off. Obviously don't do this if the bomb's planted there and time's running out. A much more effective Molotov from CT Spawn is to come and stand right on top of this car, aim just above the roof. The molly will go in between all of this and land and molly off the rush from the T side. This one's very good for pistol rounds. And finally, I mentioned earlier, you can come to short, run forwards, throw an incend. A lot of people know this one, to molly off that box there so no one's sitting there on the CT side. I do hope that these smokes helped you. If I missed any or messed anything up, which is possible, do be sure to let me know in the comments and subscribe if this channel is helping you out. Have a great day as always, guys. Take care and peace, people.